One last thing, if there's no additional tools for you to give me, you can tell me that. But I feel like I have been stuck in not being able to create the relationship that I want for years. And
that's the story you tell.
Yeah.
In other words, that's the story. That's the story that's stuck in you.
Yeah.
It's only the story that's stuck. It's the pattern of the story that's stuck. And as long as that's how you feel, that's how it has to be. And most would say, well, it's hard to feel different than it is. And we say, no, it isn't. You can feel different than it is by telling a different story. And you do it all the time. Everybody you know, including every one of you, has told a lie about something so long that now you believe the lie. Every one of you. There's not one of you who has not distorted some childhood memory into something that's better than it actually was. Not one of you. Every one of you have done it. In other words, the reality doesn't mean diddly squat. The active vibration means everything. So in your quest for truth, or in your quest for telling it like it is, you deprive yourself of the vibrational acuity that would bring you to a better feeling place or better creative place.
I can tell the new story for like a day or two and then I lose it.
Well, then you're trying to tell a story that's such a far cry from what you feel that you're doing what we were talking about earlier with our friend. You're picking up the stick that has the new story on one end of it, but you're trying to tell a story that's so far from where you feel that every time you tell the story, all you're really doing is activating the old story. So you want to tell a story that's less dramatically different. Talk about soft improvement. In other words, say things like, well, I think I enjoy my independence, and that might be part of what's stuck in my vibrational crawl. I've never really enjoyed anybody telling me what to do, and I've never really enjoyed compromising what I want. I'm very strong-willed. I have things I really like. I'm precise about a lot of things that I want, and I know so many people who have relationships. I talk to some of them on a pretty regular basis, and I see that they're constantly putting up with less than they want as they're compromising in the name of getting along with somebody else, and I think I stubbornly just don't want to do that. So all of this is making me realize that what I'm looking for is someone who's really compatible with me. I want a co-creative partner who also likes autonomy. I want us to be independent and self-sufficient, and yet I want us to enhance one another's experience by coming together. Now, that story just soothed a whole lot. In other words, that story had no contradiction. When you say, I want a partner, but I need freedom, you got a vibrational quagmire going on, because you're saying, come to me, this person that I don't think I'm going to like very much for very long when you get here. Come and enhance my life in this way while you screw it up in this way. Fill this void while you make matters worse in this regard. That's what's going on. And so you've got to clean it up vibrationally. It's like you set your standards high through trial and error, and we don't mean error, but we mean through having exposure to experience. You set your standards of what you want, and then as you get pickier and pickier and pickier, you shoot yourself in the foot by saying, there's nobody out there like that for me, and all the good ones are taken. And on. There's a lot of things that you say that you just have to stop saying. You have to make a case for what you want. You have to say, maybe it's possible to have a relationship where I don't feel trapped. Maybe it's possible to have a relationship where I still feel free. Wouldn't it be nice to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't hold me responsible for how they feel? Wouldn't it be nice if law of attraction would hear who I am and what I want and bring to me someone like that? And isn't it a good thing that law of attraction didn't bring me someone before I was really ready? I really think I like getting myself all queued up for who I really am and what I'm looking for before law of attraction brings the relationship. It's not fun for law of attraction to bring me a match to who I am if who I am isn't what I want.
Been there, done that.
We said to a woman one day, she said, will my son find a mate soon? And we said, hopefully not. And she said, she didn't like our answer. She said, well, he really wants a mate, and why don't you want him to get one? We said, if he finds a mate right now, she'll be just like he is. She won't have any self-esteem. She won't have any income. She will be a complainer. They will get together. They'll just bang around together. They'll have a miserable time, and then they'll split up. And she said, oh, that's what's been happening. And we said, what we wish for your son is that he comes into alignment with who he really is and then attracts a mate. And we think that's what you've been holding out for. We think that you recognize, because you're working every day to come more into alignment, we think you want alignment first and then a mate. That's what we wish for all of you. Alignment first and then say the words. Alignment first and then choose the food you're eating. Alignment first and then eat the food you're eating. Alignment first and then get in the car and drive somewhere. Alignment first and then write the book you're writing. Alignment first, alignment first, alignment first, alignment first, alignment first, alignment first. And if you take the alignment first, then the action isn't something that you have to act on. It happens to you. In other words, alignment first means get in the vortex. Alignment first means get in the vortex, get in the vortex, get in the vortex, get in the vortex. When you get in the vortex, stuff happens, and it's all good stuff. You get this impulse to act, and it's just right. You get an impulse to call someone, your timing's just right. You get an impulse, you pick the right stock. You get an impulse, you sell the right stock. You get an impulse, you're in the right place at the right time, and you rendezvous with someone. In other words, you don't have to make anything happen through action. Alignment first, how I feel. And that's why we love this conversation that we've had, because your first question, and such an important one, it comes up often, is how come it was set up in such a screwy way? And now we've come full circle. It's not screwy. The way you feel is not only everything, it's the only thing you need to know. How do I feel is all I need to know. Alignment first. How do I feel? Is there anything that tells you about alignment more than how you feel? How I feel, how I feel, how I feel. I want to feel better. I'm closer to alignment. Want to feel better. I'm closer to alignment. Alignment, alignment, alignment. Feeling, 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 feeling. Emotion, emotion, emotion. Love, appreciation, complimenting, basking, vital, alive, frisky. That's what you want. You want the emotion of feeling good. Put all of your effort toward improving your emotion, and everything else will take care of itself. And that's why you didn't come with a great big long list of details that you were going to try to manage in all of these piles and drive yourself crazy with.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you very much.
There's that beeper. Probably better to just wait until after lunch and begin with you. Good time for a segment of lunch.